Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new F1 Esports video. This is round 10 of the 2021 F1 Esports World Championship. And as you can see, we're heading straight into the race as my qualifying was not recorded by accident. So that's why we are heading straight into the race. You can see our teammate Danny Moreno in P3, we are in P5. And our championship rival Lucas Blakely in P4. Frederik Rasmussen didn't get into Q3 and is starting P14, I think so. In the Drivers' Championship, we're leading by 5 points after that crucial win in USA. And 8 points ahead of Freddie Rasmussen, who went out in Q2. So, not a good quali for him. And good quali for us. But Lucas Blakely is right in the mix, so it's going to be close. In the constructor standings, we are 23 points ahead of Red Bull. And with both Red Bulls went out in Q2, so we have a good chance here of big point gain to Red Bull. This is the final event, of course, final 3 races of the season. So we're starting off very strong, both in the drivers and in the constructors standings. And of course, also in this qualifying session. And as you can hear this time, you can hear some of the engineers in the background, which gives a little bit of an inside look about what were we talking about during the race, etc. But now, heading into the actual race, both Josh Idowu and David Tenitza are starting on the softs, everyone else on the mediums, apart from Patrick Sipos in the midfield. So this is going to be a very interesting race, lots of different strategies, and heading into turn 1, I was having a little look down the inside of Lucas Blakely, but he was fending it off nicely. He went down the inside of our teammate, Danny Moreno, but had to back out of it. And now, luckily we managed to maintain position. Luke is having a little look down the inside of Danny. And you can see the front 2 are bolting away. As the softs are very strong around here. Lots of mechanical corners, so a lot of mechanical grip needed. And that's probably why you will see some people run longer on the softs than on the mediums. Like, that happens a lot in F1 Esports because of the short race distances. But good start so far. And Patrick Sipos on the softs up to P7. And we're gonna try and keep him behind, of course, because he is probably going longer on the softs than we will be going on the mediums. Shouldn't be surprised to see that happening, even though the soft wear is pretty high. You just need the best tires at the end of the race, of course. So now almost finishing our first lap. A little bit of a gap to Lucas Blakely. And I expect Barry to push a little bit with his ERS to try and fend off Patrick as well. And onto the end of lap 2 there. We're jumping now to lap 5. Lucas managed to overtake our teammate Danny Moreno. And
I reckon we can get Blakely both on one straight if we plan it right.
Copy, we'll talk about it.
And as you can hear me say there, we can get Blakely on one straight if we plan it right. That was a team radio from me.
Well, if we could do it at like 9 or 10 would be absolutely delightful, but we need to wait till he uses a bit more ERS really.
Maybe not yet, but lap 8 or something. And we push out of the chicane with the ERS.
Yeah, we need to see how we
push the wall lap on tire with the ERS.
Yes, or something. I think we could potentially do it lap 9 and think about.
We're thinking about doing lap 9 and then boxing lap 10. Sipos is boxed to mediums.
Okay. No one else behind on softs, right?
Donoso 3 seconds behind him on the softs. Donoso 3 seconds behind Sipos on softs.
He's going to die at the end. Let's just.
So Jarno, we're thinking of doing a double pass at the end of lap 10. End of lap 10.
And then Jarno boxing.
I think we should do it earlier.
Brendan boxing. You do it.
Brendan's boxed.
If Blakely's already.
I reckon we should do it now already.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, copy. End of this lap, Jarno. End of this lap.
As you can hear, the complete conversation about when we're gonna attempt a double pass on Lucas Blakely in those past few laps, as it's not going to be easy to do a double pass. It's just pretty short straight, but Lucas will not have DRS and we will, so that makes it very, very tricky to try and pull this off, because yeah, if Lucas decides to use his overtake button out of the final corner straight away, then it's going to be very hard to pull this off.
Aware, correct.
And yeah, you can see both me and Danny are pushing on the overtake now. I'm pretty far behind, but I will have less dirty air than Danny into the final 2 corners, of course, which helps me close in. And now we're going to turn on the overtake, both of us, to try and attempt a move into turn 1. But as you can see, Lucas saw the plan and decided to use his battery as well.
Way ahead of Cheapos or no?
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Yes, we're ahead of C-Boss.
Yeah, we don't pit now.
Don't box this lap. Do not box.
Why not?
No.
Would have been stupid because then we both had to stay out for 2 more laps. We would have been fucked.
Do we bring Danny in this lap?
Yeah, he's the US.
So what, we're boxing Danny this lap? Or do we go long with Danny?
Check it.
It's going to be close with Barry on exit. Close with Barry on exit.
Danny will come out behind Brendan but ahead of Barry.
As you could hear, very late decision by myself to box there. As I wanted to be ahead of Patrick on that set of mediums, because those mediums are going to be so much slower in those first few laps than the softs. And I really did not want to be behind. But now we're behind Shanaka Clay, teammate of Lucas Blakely, and that's making things a lot more complicated. Initially I thought it was the wrong decision to pit already, but we kind of had to, because you can see there's still 4 or 5 people behind me. And yeah, as I said, I thought initially I made a wrong choice there, but still, if we stayed out another 2 laps, 1 or 2 laps, because either Danny would have had to box this lap if I stayed out, or me, then I would have been behind another 4 or 5 people, and that's really not what I wanted. Especially when it's so close in the championship, you kind of cannot take that risk. So unfortunately for us,
What's the latest?
Lucas Blakely got out ahead of Barry Bormand, and he's kind of in a league of his own. And now we're going to go for a move on Shanaka Clay down the inside. He's a teammate of Lucas Blakely, of course, and it's not going to make it easy for us, but we managed to get the move done and gain 1 position. And now we can start closing in on Barry Bormand and also on the leaders, as David Tunitsa has boxed now as well. And Joshido just got out ahead. And now I'm going to go for a move on Barry Bormand, and I could see there that he was flashing, so I kind of stopped using my battery a little bit too early to realize that he was low. And now we're going to go
Should we watch the
for the move on this straight,
straight.
turning on our overtake button, and we're going to go down the inside here of Barry, who's not putting up too much of a fight. I think he realized it was a little bit lower on battery and it was not worth the fight. And now we're right in the lead group. It's Lucas Blakely ahead of us, our biggest championship rival. And lap 13 now, David Tunitsa and Joshido both on the mediums.
Yeah, he boxed very early.
Has a penalty as well. Yeah, lap 7.
Has a 3-second penalty.
Is that speed
Danny Schmidt?
Yeah, he's fast.
Yes.
Game to calm down. Good stuff to do something.
Our teammate boxed, but got speeding pit lane penalty, unfortunately. But Brendan is leading at the moment with a 3-second time penalty, and he boxed I think 2 or 3 laps earlier than us. So yeah, his softs are gonna fall off in the end. You can see Lucas very slow out of the right hander. We're gonna go around the outside. This is so important for the championship. And
Fucking nice. Let's go.
You kind sir?
And that's just so crucial for the championship. Now, that is a 4-point swing. As yeah, 2 points more for me and 2 points less for Lucas. That was just so crucial for the championship. Marcel Kiefer out of the race, and that is so crucial for the constructors as well.
Which is Tunitsa on?
Kiefer's taken it. Yeah, Kiefer's lost. Carrot's on.
No info at the moment.
Won't be anything for us to report anyway, didn't involve Danny. We should avoid it.
Now both our cars in the points. Freddie Rasmussen in the points as well. He's driving an insane race. But that's
Tunitsa and Brandon, 3 seconds.
Barry has a 5-second penalty as well, and there is a gap to P12, so he might get
We think Brendan's was all in one corner, so that might be revoked.
So as you can hear us say, Brendan, his penalty might have all been in one corner, and that way his penalty will get removed, because that's a game fault.
No.
Well, is it not worth that he goes through because he's got 5 seconds anyway?
Yeah, maybe we do it because...
Yeah, because then we can build a gap.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god, man. What have I just seen?
Brendan flash.
As you can hear me not get very happy with Brendan there, because he just completely shocked us onto the grass. As you can hear me ask about Freddy.
Same as Danny's.
Oh, this is gonna get fun.
Yeah, this is a
I'll
tough
pass
situation.
Brendan on the straight, if he doesn't crash into me.
Let Yarn know that he's at 5 seconds, so it's better that he's ahead.
As you can hear me not be very happy with Brendan, because he completely pushes onto the grass.
So are we
For
defending
no
Yarn?
reason really, but anyway, now we've got still a lot of battery to play with. We should have already been ahead, of course, but we got pushed off. So that's unfortunate, but now we just have to carry on and keep pushing. Our teammate Danny Reno right behind us and not fighting me, because he has that 5-second penalty, of course. And I'm still kind of in for the race win here, of course, with both Josh and David on the mediums, but we're on very old softs, of course, so it's going to be pretty equal at the end, I reckon. As now our teammate Danny Reno is trying to get past
Antonitsa or Josh?
Oh my god.
Nothing yet.
More from
Nothing yet.
As you can hear me ask about ERS levels for both David and Josh, but let's not forget, we've already gained quite a lot of positions this race so far, so it's been a good race. And crucially, you can see in the bottom left of the track map, Lucas Blakely quite far down the order. I think he's struggling to fight for points here after getting damage earlier on. And now on to the final lap then. It's gonna be David Tanitsa versus Josh Idowu here for the race win. David Tanitsa going down the inside, Josh getting pushed off. And onto the gravel he goes. I tried to leave him space by almost driving onto the grass.
I couldn't do anything about that.
Copy.
I felt very unfortunate for Josh, because I gave him as much space as I could, but he of course went off the track, back onto the track.
We're thinking about letting Danny through, just to give him maximum time.
There's no cans. We'll get revoked, right?
Shouldn't do.
As now I'm letting my teammate Danny Moreno go for clean air. As David has a 3-second penalty, of course, but it's very likely that will get removed. So
it's 3 seconds for Tanitsa.
I let Danny go because he has the 5-second penalty and just needs to gain as much time as possible to try and extend the gap to everyone behind us. And it's so close in the Constructors' Championship, of course, that I had to do that. Freddy Rasmussen in P4, and we're gonna win after penalties, but David Tanitsa's penalty got revoked. And we're gonna be finishing P2 here with Freddy Rasmussen in P3 from P14 on the grid.
We don't know.
That was just such a close race, and you could see how much talking goes on behind the scenes of F1 Esports. So much strategy goes into it, and all those people you can hear in the background are talking to me, giving me info, and yeah, I need to try and soak that all up to try and get that race win, or get as much points as possible. Unfortunately, we didn't get a win, as David Tanitsa all got that warnings in one off track basically. So our teammate Danny Moreno in P6 after that 5-second penalty, and you can see he got a big slide out of the last corner, which cost him 1 position, so that's very unfortunate. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this bit of a different video with all that background noise going on, but it kind of gives you a sense of how much talking goes on while you're racing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Anyway, make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more, and see you guys next time. Ciao.